Alright, today's video is from Judge Prometheus and Josh. It's about daytime and nighttime avatars. First, we'll let Judge Prometheus take a take at it. You ever notice how on Xbox or the Switch, when you're creating your me or your avatar, you get a build, a version of yourself that's almost like a cartoon, but still says something about who you are? You pick the outfit, the expression, the stance. You can throw on a suit or a tracksuit or armor, whatever your vibe you're projecting in that moment. Now think about that, but in real life. See, I think most people don't realize that we already do this. Every day we create avatars, and the most dangerous people, the people tapped in, they don't just have one, they have two. They got a daytime avatar and a nighttime avatar. That's power, that's strategy, that's survival in the matrix. Your daytime avatar, that's your front facing, functional, network friendly skin. That's the worker, the student, the business owner, the guy who answers emails and shakes hands and wears a uniform. That's the yes sir, no ma'am version of you. It's controlled, it's diplomatic. It's a Jedi during the Republic. But your nighttime avatar, that's a different beast. That's the warrior, that's the rebel, that's the hacker in the code. That's where you raw self lives. That's when you stream, that's when you rap, that's when you speak freely, plot freely, move freely. That's when you pull back the curtain and say, nah, I'm not just playing the game, I'm bending it. Josh, you know what I'm saying. These avatars ain't costumes. They're interfaces. They're like putting on the Iron Man suit or logging into the Animus in Assassin's Creed. If you're only running one, you're getting played. You're predictable. They know you'll be. They'll know where you'll be, how you'll speak, what you'll say before you do it. You've made yourself digestible. But when you've got both, you've mastered the transition. Now you're dangerous because now you're modular. Now you can be modded. You can operate in the corporate world, the criminal, the underworld, the digital world, the real world. Are you a corpo, a nomad, a street kid? You can adapt, blend in, stand out, spy, inspire, and conquer. Here's the best part. You control the sliders, the drip, the hair, the tempo, the tone, voice. You decide to go grayscale, when to burst in color. You decide when to wear the judge's robes, when to go hooded in the streets. You build it like a sandbox game and the world responds to your creation. So if you're listening to this and you're stuck thinking your one version is all you got, wake up. Split your persona, build your loadout. Don't be the same avatar when you clock in, when you clock out. Switch gears, dual class your character like it's D&D. Be the king and killer, be the saint in the shadow, because in this world, especially the Matrix, the only one who knows how to play both sides of the mirror and make it out free. Josh, are you with me? And here's my response from the eyes of Josh. Your friendly neighborhood stoner who's educated. Yo, JP, that hit, bro. Like, metaphorically, metaphysically, and literally. You just laid down the law like a Judge Dredd in the digital Wild West. I'm here for it, but let me throw this back at you from my side of the simulation. See, I'm just your friendly neighborhood stoner, right? I'm trying to be the plug. Oh, I'm not trying to be the plug. Misspoke there, but we'll go with it. Or the outlet or the surge protector. I'm just out here to vibe, learn, absorb. But even from this lane, I know what you mean, because these avatars, they're not just masks, they're energy presets, vibes you load in when the situation shifts. My daytime avatar, that's me when I'm at the coffee shop, ear to the ground, hoodie on the AirPods, and pretending I'm not listening when I absolutely am. That's me when I'm reading articles I'll never cite, but somehow know to heart. That's the customer who tips good and smiles easy and can talk politics or Pokemon depending on the table. But when the sun dips and the moon clocks in, that's nighttime, Josh. Now I'm outside with a J rolled up like it's a scroll of the ancient wisdom. Now I'm talking about timelines, trauma, Tupac, and time travel. They're all chapters in the same book. I'm thinking big. I'm seeing layers. I'm building maps in my head of how people move and why. And that's why my real thoughts slip out the crack, the light through the smoke. I think that's the trick, man. You gotta be both. Not a contradiction, but a constellation. You switch avatars not to fake it, but to survive it, thrive in it. We're not made to run one mode 24/7. Even Mario switches hats. So why people who don't get this, who do they think gonna be one thing all the time? They burn out, they glitch, they get stuck in the idea that their identity is fixed when really it's code. Code you could rewrite, save, reload, upgrade, patch. If there's a bug, repair it. So like, yeah, I might not be the judge. I'm not the warrior in the streets or the general behind the mic. I'm just a witness to this all, like Fight Club. They're same man, two different people, one's an illusion. The scribe, the customer with enough perspective to know that even my chills come with the settings. Even my piece has a version that shows up to play. So when you build your avatar, build two, build three if you need. You're not being fake. You're being dimensional, just like the universe. Three-dimensional or four-dimensional. Just like smoke and mirrors, just like whatever game we logged in before birth. Look, I may not be the plug, but if I ever hold the aux cord into your soul, best believe I'm playing both tracks. You feel me, JP? And the end.